To Caesar what is Caesar's. When Jesus went to Jerusalem, people flocked around him like a cloud to meet him. As Jesus became more and more popular, the Pharisees, Herodians, and Sadducees became more and more displeased. So they thought hard about how to make Jesus suffer and how to ruin Jesus' popularity, and they came up with a trick. At that time, Romans ruled over Israel, so the people of Israel had to pay taxes to the Romans. But the Pharisees wanted to please the people of Israel and said to them that they should reject the Roman rule over Israel and that they should not pay taxes to the Romans. But at the same time, they were scared of the Romans, so they were paying them taxes secretly. The Herodians were those who told people to pay taxes in order to maintain their authority in Israel. As you can see, paying taxes to the Romans was a very sensitive issue for the people of Israel. In the lesson today, the Pharisees and the Herodians put their strengths together to trick Jesus about paying taxes. They asked Jesus, "Is it right to pay the imperial tax to Caesar or not?" It was a difficult question to answer. If Jesus answered that they shouldn't pay taxes, the Herodians were going to arrest Jesus and hand him over to the Roman soldiers. On the other hand, if Jesus answered that they must pay taxes to Caesar, the Pharisees were going to make a problem out of this and ruin his reputation and popularity among the people of Israel. It says in the Bible that Jesus knew the hypocrisy of the Herodians and the Pharisees. So Jesus knew that they weren't asking him the question because they were curious. They were asking him in order to trick Jesus. Jesus answers questions when ordinary people ask them, but when he is asked an evil trick question like this, he answers with a much bigger question. Jesus said, "Bring me a denarius and let me look at it." So people brought him a denarius. It was a coin with the Caesar's face on one side and the Caesar's wife's face on the other side. Jesus looked at the coin and asked them, "Whose image is this? And whose inscription?" "Caesar's," they replied. Then Jesus said to them, "Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." And they were amazed at him and were left speechless. I think this is what Jesus was trying to ask us. He was asking us if we were making the mistake of thinking that just because we pay taxes to Caesar, we're giving him our hearts. Jesus wanted to make sure that we don't think of strong people to be the masters of this world. And we should also think carefully about what Jesus is asking us. Are we truly offering to God what is God's? Because after all, everything that is given to us does indeed belong to God.